WRIGHT.
And you're his mama?
Yes, I'm mother.
Okay. So how are you feeling right now?
Right now I feel drained, just being honest. But I'm encouraged. I'm really encouraged. You see all the love and the support that I have out here. And this is what has really strengthened me.
And so I know y'all have been out here for a couple of days. How many days have you been out here?
I've been here since Thursday. I haven't left except for last night and went home.
Okay.
I've slept by his truck and right out here.
Wow. And so when did you find out that he had disappeared?
It was Thursday evening. His wife called my husband and myself and told us that his truck had broken down on him, and she was doing something with the boys, so we told her that we would come. And so we arrived about 6:45 p.m. at CL&M package store, and he was gone.
And so, okay, so his car battery died, correct?
I really don't know if the battery died. I think he told his wife it was his thermostat. It was running hot.
Okay, so the sheriff told us that he just walked. Do you know where he might have been going? Did he say anything
I
to his
talked
wife?
with the young lady at the package store, and she informed me that she had been standing outside smoking a cigarette. And she said that, because I asked her, had she spotted him? And she said, oh yes, he was standing out talking on his cell phone. And I say, well, did you see in what direction he went in? And she stated that he put his cell phone in his sock and headed toward town.
And so do you have any idea where he might have been going?
I kind of basically figured he has patients there. So I kind of figured he didn't know exactly what time we were going to get here. And I guess he felt that, this is just my perception, that he may have gone to one of the patients' homes that he had left. So that was my interpretation of that.
Okay. And so is it normal for him to just go off like that without
No.
telling anyone?
Totally unorthodox. That's what's so puzzling.
And so what have you found out since Thursday?
Friday morning, when I get back up here, one of the officers found me over at the package store and came up and told me he wanted me to identify an item, which was his watch. He showed it to me, and his wife and I identified that it did belong to him. The watch was broken on the, I guess you know how you connect it together. Well, that portion was broken. And but anyway, he says, well, okay, well, we've been going in the wrong direction. I said, okay, what direction are you going in? He said instead of south, he's gone north, according to what we found, because the watch was found on Cousins Road. I really didn't, know exactly where it was, and so my daughter-in-law, we were just sitting there, and he said, well, we're going down here, and I said, well, hold up, where are you going? But he took, the officer took off anyway, and I guess, he wanted to go ahead and get, to the scene. So I rolled the roads. As a matter of fact, I even drove on down 87, and couldn't find him, so I turned around and went back up to the package store to see if anyone could tell me. And but anyway, I ended up coming down Cousins Drive. And so that's, after I got on in here, right over here by the trees, that's where I parked. And so the officer ran out to my vehicle and told me, you can't stay here because you would contaminate the evidence. And so I was kind of forceful, and I told them I wasn't leaving. And they pointed out over on the fence, there was a piece of material about this long that was hanging on the barbed wire, and I walked over close to it so I could see it for myself. And so they felt that he had climbed the fence and had torn, I don't know if it was the shirt or the pants, I don't know. They were not specific in in that matter. And so finally, my daughter-in-law told me, she said, well, come on, since they still, want us to leave, we're just going to go ahead and leave. And I did. I just, after I saw that, I just got in my car and we drove them back down the road to the package store.
And so we were told by the sheriff that there were some clothes that were found. Is
Yes.
that the tattered pieces that were on the wire?
Yes. Well, the officer had gotten my phone number, and they gave me a number to call, which was the dispatcher. And so I called the dispatcher, and I asked her, when would we be able to come back down here? And so she told me that she would call us and let us know. And so she finally, we sit there at the store, and she finally called. She said, well, they say you could come down now. And so that's when we came back down here. And that's when they came and told me that they had found other evidence, but I didn't see the evidence. They had 3 bags. So I assumed that they put the evidence in the bags.
And you don't know what that is.
They said yes. They told me they found his shirt, the scrub shirt, down in this area. They went down a few more feet. They found his pants, keys, and he had a little silver metal deal that he kept his ID and his credit cards in. But they have not found the cell phone that he had, or him.
Don't you think that's a little weird? I mean, he can't be walking around naked.
That's very weird. Yes. And that's what's so puzzling.
So what do you think? Have you come to any assumptions?
I have thought of every in and out way that this could have taken place. It's bizarre. My son would never come down that dark road by himself, walking or running.
So you haven't had any new updates today, though?
No, I have not. I have no idea where the sheriff is. I have not talked with him. I was late getting here. I kind of had a bad morning, and so it's been kind of slow. I mean, for me today, it's been kind of rough.
Yeah, sure.
It's been really rough. But the main thing I want is my son to come home. That's all I want as a mother. I miss him so much, and I just want to know that he's well.
Okay, is there anything else you want to add?
I just want people to know that Alfred is a great kid, always were a great kid. He loves his family. He loves his wife. Very obedient when it came to, his parents. And he's just a great kid. To me, he'll always be a kid, even though he's 28 years old. But he's still my baby.
I think that's how all moms.
Yeah, he's my baby.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let me take that.